Hey guys, here playing as HB, and this is our Jeeves deck. We are playing with Fear the Masses now released, and we've got Lateral Growth in here. So it should be a pretty neat card. We were playing like Subliminal and like blue levels, so you want to get a bunch of operations in there, but then you start running into some less exciting ones like green level clearance, where they don't really come with your Jeeves because you don't want to draw, you want to install stuff. So lateral growth should fit in very nicely. So here it is here. You can either pop it right away just to get a couple bucks if you need to do that, or you can use this part of your Jeeves combo. So if you do lateral growth and then you do shipment from Sands and you get your click and you can advance. So easy enough. He's going to come in and see our Jeeves. Jeeves wants to pay 5 to trash it right now. He probably has to, but it sucks as a criminal to pay that $5 at the start. So usually I'm happy to give it away, the first one, and then you get some more later on and they realize, I don't want to trash all of these. And we get an ice for archives. We're going to try to deny testing the whole game here. We can probably do that because a lot of our ice only costs 3, and it's pretty cost efficient for us. And we've got the hedge fund here, so I think we can money install for a while till our Jeeves comes out. And we can maybe start scoring at that point from hand, or just biotic from hand if you have the money to do it. The trick in this matchup is to not get siphoned for like crazy amounts of value. A lot of the time they can click your HQ, so you need to manage your bank so that you don't get crippled by a surprise strike like that. Let's look for one more ice, and we actually don't get another ice, so we're a little vulnerable this turn. We could bluff an HQ upgrade with the Cyberdex. I don't think it's going to work. So I think I'm going to throw out the Cyberdex. He probably doesn't do anything unless he's on Suckers, but it's pretty rare these days to be on Data Sucker due to the CVS thing. He's going to run into Ravana now. We need to have this on the board so we can do our safe beta test. That'll be very nice if we fire that. Let him pay 3 to trash it, I think, is the right move here. We could send back Jeeves and some money. Oh, he's testing anyway. Cool. All right, well, this is, I think, a pretty easy fire the beta test and see what comes out in the beta test lottery. Okay, losing a Jackson is not ideal, but this is a good $6 juicy ice that can cover up our, which server? Probably HQ, actually. Since we are talking about siphon defense, having a beefy ice here, he has to then break all the subs, or we can trace to dump our money in there. So he's paying 4 to... Oh, he's going to actually access. Right, makes sense. He really wants to see what these cards are. I guess he gets his John card, but that's still a net win for us. So we have the food. The food's hard to score. I'm not sure what exactly we're able to do here to score the food. It's probably a matter of just waiting a few more turns. So I think I'm going to spend this lateral growth just my hand is pretty full, which is nice. Like, you end up getting shipments clogging up your hand, but if you can spend the lateral growth whenever you feel like you need to free up space in your hand. Victor 1.0, probably server 1. Because what I want to do here is fake him into this server. So we'll get our G's back. Probably the biotic. And we'll see if he wants to bite on this. Ravana is so good. Definitely a big upgrade for this deck. Because you get like a Turing-sized ice that actually punishes on face check. You can't just bounce off this because of the Victor brain damage would hurt him a lot. really a solid ice. And the price is perfect for this deck, which doesn't have a ton of money. Ooh, committee. So we have to advance this, unfortunately, if we want to score it without Jeeves or Biotic. Which means he'll go after it, and he can get it if he tries, like, run, click, click, and then break this for 6, or vice versa, he could break this for 4. So we can't really push this out by itself. We get our Ash, we can maybe do it. Okay, Jeeves here is good. I think the play is to stick our Jeeves. Actually, we're gonna need our lateral growth with Jeeves. Let's put both of these. I think what I want to do is just stick Jeeves. Money up and try to get a Biotic out to Biotic score efficiency committee. We have 2 Biotic in the deck, they're still there. Yeah, I'm okay with that. The other option would have been to use the Jackson to get rid of these agendas. But I really want to have enough combo pieces in our deck that the Jeeves actually becomes good. As far as getting flooded out, he's on 0 right now, and even if he were to take all these, he'd only be on 6. So the global food is pretty sweet for that. You can save in deck slots, and very often they get to 6, then you're able to win. So I really need to explain why food is good. Basically every deck is playing food now that can. Oh, so he's got a stealth bit. Semi-stealth. He's got regular breakers, and then he's got switchblade. Okay. Interesting stuff. Now he's Ian. He's going to get those $2 like every turn. I think we credit. Use our Jeeves to get a click. But actually we can't install this Jeeves because we'll get the security test on it. So I think we draw again. It's awkward, but we need to find answers pretty quick. No, we'll discard a second Jeeves. I don't think he's going to come in and kill the first Jeeves. I may regret this later if I'm really wanting another Jeeves. But my hope is to get Biotic to score this. And then if we have the committee score, we can use 2 shipments to score the food out of hand. Turning wheel, sure. Don't think I want to draw this turn. I think we just cover HQ, continue to defend account siphon. I hate playing a third ice here, but I feel like we want to be able to dump our money down and have a big solid stack of bioroids. Problem is getting a lot of setup turns. If we had Subliminal here, we'd be doing well. There's still 2 in the deck, we just haven't seen them. Yeah, so now we can lateral shipment advance, which would score the Vitruvius. I think we probably just do that. Our hand is pretty clogged right now. So we might end up now scoring committee and then another 3-2, which is also fine. Because now he's going to be able to switchblade Vikram, but the rest of our ice is pretty solid. We've got Eli's, which are the best ice against stealth usually. Yeah, that's no good. So I think this is going to be a draw turn. It's not what I wanted to see. Okay. It's a bit dicey. We could shove committee in their server and try to score it out behind Ash. He's got a little too much money for that to work, though. Yep, so now the Vikram is useless. Still gonna tax him like 8 to siphon us, so... Not great. I really was hoping for Biotic to show up before this window has closed. Because now he's got money to come kill our Jeeves, and also the Ash, actually. This Ichi is probably no good. I mean, he doesn't have any more stealth. So maybe we could have stacked better. Maybe we could have got the Ichi in front of the Vikram. Then the Mongoose would have been able to break one of them for... I guess it's not that much, actually. 5. Yeah, I don't know. It's time to get siphoned forever. He's keeping tags, which I don't think I agree with, actually. I think this sure gamble was not needed. I think it's better to just remove both tags. Because this turning wheel is maybe his only multi-access. You don't really know, right? Ichi probably not going to help us. I think it costs too much for the money we're going to have for the rest of this game. We can score out very cheaply if we get our Jeeves to stick. So we could have played this on the server 1. Would have come to the same. Yeah, he's going to get a good look here. Click, click. So he's not just on the turning wheel, he's got the medium as well. That's an issue for us. Because we have some turns of being pretty vulnerable. He can probably just siphon us here, unfortunately. Taxing him out of HQ is really not happening thanks to the EN ability. We want to go fast usually. The cards just didn't come in the right order for us to be able to go fast. Didn't siphon though, so we're good. If we had Biotic here, I'd be much happier. Okay, okay. We need to survive this turn, and then we can Biotic 4 advance our committee out. He thinks this is the third Jeeves. He doesn't want to go after it. Or he might... Oh no, he just wants to get a more efficient way through. This is quite the rig. Oh, that's too bad. At least we're still costing him 5, but his credit pool, I think, is inexhaustible now. On the plus side, his Cyber Cipher is now not on R&D. So Ravana will continue to do work. Sweeps, hooray! We put random stuff in the server just to keep giving him points. Is Ash going to help us? The answer is no, right? I think we just make him run into the server. We say, come in here again, pay a bunch of money again, and we'll try to do something in the meantime. If we draw both Biotic, we can score efficiency committee, and then we're in good shape. that's fair. He can use our own money to break the server. You can play Crisium Grid against this kind of thing. The issue is that it's influence and it's deck slots, and we don't really have either to spare for cards that are only good against this kind of less popular deck. Because the Crisium is not that exciting against Wizard usually. So the good news, he's not scoring right now. He's not just pounding R&D until he wins. We're keeping him distracted out here with things happening. It's still not a biotic. At least there's no levy coming, presumably. 3 Desperado, a turning wheel. 6, 8, 11, 14. Yeah. This is all he has to work with. So if we get him coming in here and paying 6 with Zoo to break this, that's all right. So Lilo comes back. Nice. So we've still got a Jeeves to draw. Can we get Jeeves? We got both biotics. Okay. So let's say to him, come run the server again. And then we'll biotic out our committee, and then we'll use this token with the shipment to score the beta test. I just need to not legwork us is the main thing. Yeah, that's a problem too, actually. We don't have quite enough money. Oh well, somewhat predictable, but what are we going to do, right? Could have played the Ravana here, but then R&D is pretty weak and it's full of points. There's now 3 and 10 in there. Oh. That's not what I thought would happen. He wanted to pull up our Jeeves, so Bodic, 3 advance is $11. We can't quite score this food off the table. If we click for 3, maybe he won't go for it. Maybe we have an easier win if we just buy double biotic, score food. This is the power just installing random stuff. So we go back to 9 where our scoring is off. We can't, so I think we just let him hit here for 2 cards. It's not like taxing him money is going to help at this point anyway. So probably this install didn't make a lot of sense. We should probably just kept it in hand and discarded it. And then we'd had a couple more dollars. Then maybe this plan would have worked. We would have had the money to just score it from unadvanced. Oh boy, he needs to get everything out of R&D right now. He needs both of the remaining agendas. I don't think he can get there. Fingers crossed for global food. Oh, food is so good. If this was any other 5-3, we'd lose the game. Instead, we don't lose the game. Amazing. So this is the power of having like 5-cost things that they don't want to run into trash. We end up being able to just put like a card in there constantly, and they're not sure what to do with it. Whew. So this definitely performed. Every time we drew it, we were happy to see a couple more dollars. Say this was a bad install, this Ravana outside. I think either on HQ or just taking money would have been better. And his rig was pretty good, but I mean, there's no anti-fast advance, right? So he almost has to run I would think every card. He has the money to do so, so when you look at it from that way, he just needs to not lose long enough to win. If he'd run every time we put something in this server, he would have probably been fine. Thanks for watching, guys.